Now, wasn't that a better start tune than last night?
That's me.
Picked purposely for
No,
revenge.
that was painful. That was that. I'm sorry, Muriel. I am really sorry, but that was so painful.
That's
Well,
what
it
you
looks
call
like I got to change a
revenge.
clip.
No, no changing the clips, Chris. No changing the clips.
Not my fault. You picked that.
That's revenge, Chris. That's what it is. Welcome, everyone, to Chris Fletcher from Gertrude Star. And hopefully, you can all see a wee head popping in there in the corner is our Lisa. We're hoping that as the night goes on, she's going to get braver. Ply her we drink, Chris. That's what you could do. Ply her we drink there.
She's got drink. It's okay.
Well, good evening, everyone. Roy and I, as I said in my message, we are having an easy weekend this weekend because Chris is choosing tonight's tunes with assistance from Lisa. And Glenn chose last night's tunes. So Roy and I are just going to sit with our feet up in the corners here.
I wish I could sit with my feet up in the corner. I have to do all the stuff in the background. You can just sit with your feet up in the corner.
I can sit with my feet up. Now, very quickly before we get our first tune, and there's to be no gurning out of the night. No yammering about how much talking's been done. You should know by now. There's talking, okay? Amanda Baird, Alan McGraw, Billy McDonald, Denise and Amy are all watching. Gavin Hazlitt, Andrew Reid, Jackie Mullen, Lee McGill, Gordon Taylor, Adrian McIlvena, Norris Main, Mary McKay, Raymond Whitehead in Glasgow, Karina and Ray McHugh, Billy King's watching, David Sheridan's watching, Billy and Margaret Gilmore are watching in Port Glasgow, Tommy Lloyd's watching in I can't speak tonight. Loyalist Liverpool. Brian Goody is watching as well. He's looking forward to tonight to Lisa's picks. Can I just say either Lisa or Chris?
Half and half.
I'll say nothing more. They're not admitting who's caved. That's all I'll say. They're not admitting. Morris Wark is watching, as is Thomas Robert Wallace. Jim Greaves watching. Jim Reid is in Loyalist Darville, East Ayrshire. Neil Glass, what are you knowing about, Neil? All you have is like a no. I have no idea what that means. No. Harry MacArthur's watching in Glasgow.
I would hazard a guess that was an answer to your question. Wasn't that a great start tune? That was the no.
John Hughes watching. Joshua Morris is watching. William McCulloch, Trevor Monaghan, Victoria Sheridan's there. Good. I'm glad to see that the both of you are there. It would be bad if one of you was in the house and the other one was watching something else. That'd be terrible. Keith McEnany's watching. Roberta Baird and Eddie are watching. Alistair McKellar in Liverpool. Or sorry, Edinburgh. I've moved you, Alistair. Alan Knox is watching. Good evening, Glenn Miller. Glenn Miller's not here. This is Chris. This is our Chris. Keith is watching in Port Rush. Roy Fisher is watching in Southern California. I suppose you've got sun, Roy. Oh, dear, dear, dear. Kenny Dummigan is watching from Larne, home of Dummigan's accordion. William Torrance, Leslie Ann Harvey's watching. You see, look, William Callahan said he loves Balrasheen. Hi. Good taste, William. Good taste. Stephen Cole from watching from London Dairy. Oh, there's Glenn Miller now. Good to see you. And are you sober tonight? Denise is watching, says Chris is the best drum major in Ulster. There you go, Chris.
Always happy to please.
I would agree with that as well.
I have to say, I do love you so much. And this sounds terrible, and Lisa, it's not meant the way it sounds, but I do love to watch you strutting your stuff, Chris. And by that, I mean at the front of the band with the pole and all the stuff and bits and pieces.
As I like to describe myself, I'm the prick with the stick at the front of the band.
Very good. Dave Verdon is watching in Spain. My goodness. Lee Curry is watching. Barbara Miller, Edward Fellows, Samuel Quinston, Caroline Stewart, Francis Murray, Jennifer McAllister and Craig and E, Homer and Ballymoney, Joe McGraw. Oh my goodness, there's so many. Harry MacArthur, Tony Miller, Joe McCullen. I need to clean my glasses. I can't see. Jim Boyd's watching. Myrtle Henry and Robert are watching in Ballysullen. Ken Wood's watching in Loyalist Liverpool. Campbell Murphy, Johnny McMahon, John Hunter in Rathcoole, Wendy Craig in Manchester. Robert Goldsmith's here. Good. Almost well represented. Andy Thompson's watching. Jim Wilmot and Michelle Wilmot and Billy Wilmot are all watching in Moss Side. Great to have you on, folks. Billy Burgess in Liverpool. Walter Lyons in Balnahinch. And Big Inky says up the Gert. So there you go. That's everything sorted for now. Let's have some music, Chris. What is your first pick?
Well, today would have normally been the annual UDR Memorial Parade, UDR2 Memorial Parade through Belfast. So we obviously have to start off with a clip from that.
So today would have been the first parade. And I know that the lodges and that there that were organising it were making a point of getting up to at least hold some sort of ceremony there and lay wreaths. So that's really good that we're still remembering. So who is all in this clip then, Chris?
As far as I remember, Pride of the Raven, Miller Memorial, so there's one musket hound be happy. Ballymena Corps of Drums, and Leganani Accordion.
I think it has been Lisa who has caved. I really do. I think you would have been stronger, Chris. What is it, Lisa?
Nope.
You sure? I sure?
Yes.
Right, well, let's have the clip from the UDR2 Memorial Parade. And this is in 2019, as Chris said. Oh, that's us back. That's us back. Oh, I was enjoying that so much. Please, 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 let us get at least one parade this year for the Orange Men, if nothing else. I don't know, folks, that we'll have our normal 12th. What do you think, Chris? Do you think we're going to get our normal 12th?
No.
I don't think so neither. I'll have
Just
to be
honestly.
honest. No, and there's no point getting ourselves all worked up and hoping and hoping and hoping. It's better not expecting it, and then if we have it, then that's a bonus, isn't it? It's like, don't
It's
get yourself worked
better
up.
not to rush it just in case.
Yes. I mean, the idea of getting, like, I mean, how many does a double decker hold? What, 50? 55 in a double decker?
Around 25,
All
yeah.
crammed in a small space, and it's just not worth it. Not worth it. Even if we get local bands walking around the way we did last year, we are stronger. We can survive. And just because they're doing it is not a reason for us to do
The
anything.
worst about it is whenever they actually put in for that there about this time last year. It's just no one's actually noticed it because they haven't been on the Praise Commission's website.
Mhm.
But they actually put in for it last year.
They did.
taking it
They
over.
did. They did. But the thing about it is that what other people do doesn't drive. We are the leaders. We're not followers. We lead. Others follow. We don't follow what they do. We follow ourselves. We are the leaders. I've lost lots of texts. What did you say, Roy? You were worried about me getting in my soapbox. Sorry, Chris. And Lisa. Oh, I can see Lisa.
No, just all the songs follow.
Oh yeah, and 55 and all that there. Well, no, we lead, others follow. That's absolutely the way of it. How long now to get through a few more texts because I've got loads. David Milligan's and Carrick Fergus checking in, Billy Sloan and Grace Hill, John Geddes from Bury and Wendy Craig are also watching, Jimmy Graham's watching, Laurie Jock Whitehouse in Bristol, Chris Baxter in Port Stewart, Sam Moore, young Lee Curry, Roy McAllister, Ivor Stewart and Macrofelt. Stephen McKinney is in the tune. Alistair Dewey's looking for a wee request for Ballykey Loyal Sons of Ulster. Ronnie Beverlin's watching from Ballymena up the Pride of the Main. Walter Wilson Locke is watching in Greenock. Matthew Warwick says some outfit that corpse of drums.
Quarter drums.
Matthew, would you be biased by any chance? I think Matthew might bias, Chris, so don't worry about it. Davy Logan, and of course we saw Sam at the beginning of that parade with the two dogs. I'm guessing that would have been Ghost Shadow last year. Raven on 2 nights in a row. Glenn says that hounds will be howling. I know, but the thing about it is they'll be happy because one of them was in that clip. So that's Stephen Feely happy. As long as we don't play East Belfast or Ballyhalbert for the rest of the night. You see, we can maybe start division among the Muska Hounds. What do you think?
Make one happy, just leave the other two. That's
Yeah, I think that's
Divide
a
and
good
conquer.
I like that idea. So I'm going to try and get through as many texts as I can, but last night you gurned a bit too much talking. So Chris, tell me who your first pick was. So the first one was because of the parade. Who's the second one?
The next one is Lambeg Orange and Blue at their own parade.
Oh, wow.
2017.
Caesar Kenny will be very pleased because that was last night they were on, wasn't it? No, it was Black Skull Orange and Blue was on
Sure,
last night.
Stage will be playing bingo or doing a quiz. They do a quiz on a Saturday night. They'll be watching.
How'd you clash him? Caesar, I'm disgusted at you. What are you playing at? Let's look forward to Lambeg Orange and Blue. was trying to spot there if that was Caesar on the bass, but I think he is, finally admitted his age and given
I
up the
think it's
bass drum.
Sturdy.
Given up the bass drum and gone to the flute, hasn't he? Or is it the side drum? No, flute.
Flute
When you're,
sometimes, but I think most times he's still on the bass drum.
oh,
But don't quote me on that.
well, when you're as old as he is, I suppose you have to take it easy from time to time. So let the young boys come through. You kill me for that. Absolutely kill me for that. Lisa, you should be reading out these text messages instead of me. Helen Thompson says hi to everyone from Lamavady. Eddie Torney says up the Miller. Jacqueline Gillespie's watching Miller's flutes absolutely singing there, says Ken Wood. Jackie Gillespie loves the Miller. Robert Goldsmith all shook. He says there's nearly 400 watching. Good. Half of there's probably about 100 of that Gertrude Star for Chris, let's face it. Evening. Yeah?
I'm being hounded.
Are you being hounded to make sure that the Gert's on?
And they're not.
Are they not?
Sure, they were on last night. That's the problem.
Well, we'll see.
I just
Muriel
want to give a wee quick shout out to somebody who I worked with a long time ago, who's just let me know that they're watching it tonight for the very first time. Avril, where have you been for the last 94 shows? Should have been here a lot sooner, but good to have you on.
I can only apologise, Avril. I mean, the rest of us aren't just as cheeky as Roy, but if you know him, you'll be used to that kind of more than anything else. Let me see. Where are we at? Oh my goodness. Paul Shaw says Dundonald Purple Vine bringing up the rear there. I think we're talking about the parade still. Hope so.
Yeah.
So loads of folk in that parade that I recognised. It's terrible. I saw Ronnie Hyman. I saw Neil Glass. I saw Ron Stitt. Oh, all the ones in the bands. Oh my goodness. So missing it. Absolutely missing it. Ben Geddes is watching from, hopefully I pronounced this right, Merthyr Tidwell. That might not be right. Yeah. Emma Jane Saunders says she loves watching all the different bands when she visits. Jason Gibson says that's one happy hound. Yes, absolutely. Trevor says he heard the camera adds a couple of pounds, not 4 stone, up the core drums. Tell me about it, Trevor. I am a size 6 in reality. This is very deceptive. Size 6, honestly.
I wish I could say the same.
There's nothing to you wee raptor kid. Oh,
Valerie,
goodness.
I noticed you holding a one finger up, but what side of the 6 does that one go?
Ooh. I meant stick then. Horrible man. Horrible man. Jason Gibson says he's still waiting on the CD. We'll not talk about
Christmas
them.
isn't too far away.
You're right, Chris. It'd be nicer coming at Christmas. It'd be nice
What
surprise.
Christmas? 22, 23, 24?
We haven't decided yet.
No, we'll take a while. Who is your next chip? Oh my goodness. I need to get on the drink. Who is your next choice, Chris?
Well, I'm going with a Scottish band now, so I'm going for Govan Protestant Boys. It's from 2018. It's a compilation clip. That's all I know from Loyalist Band Scotland. Always enjoy watching Govan when they're over for Remembrance Sunday in Sandy Row.
Yes. Until they start parading around the town hall, of course, or the city hall.
Well, they don't do that at the time, so it's okay.
Let's have a watch. I like Govan Protestant Boys, and I know there's quite a few out here too. I was expecting a wee bit more than that. I love watching them. I have to admit, I like their uniform. Very, very much like Pride of the Mains many, many years ago. The tartan trousers.
They do tend to model themselves after Pride of the Main.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Or are you just taking the piss?
No. They both have there's a very strong connection between the two bands.
Ooh, cool. Right, let's get a few more of these texts. Ruth Watson, your name has been added to the Black Book for that comment. You're definitely being included. You got a Bible for slagging Balrasheen, but you're definitely in it now.
Welcome to the dark side. We have vodka and cookies.
Stephen Felix is just getting worse, probably in her second bottle of gin. I don't even have a juice, dilute an orange or anything in here in the night. I'm dying of thirst.
Just come and join the party.
Ugh, look at that. And he's showing me his Maltesers and everything. Well, Vimto. Oh, Vimto. What flavour of Vimto is that? Oh, and Maltesers. You see, such a tease. Maltesers. No mic on?
No, you have to have the popcorn though when you get on your high horse. So I can just sit back and eat the popcorn and listen to you.
No rants tonight. Chris is on to keep me calm. Jillian is on. How is Jensen tonight? China is not on. He's still on his ban, Jillian, unfortunately. 2 bottles of Bucky down. Oh my goodness, couldn't drink Bucky if you paid me. Let me just see, scrolling through a few more of the comments tonight. My goodness, Tommy Lloyd loves the uniform. Glenn Miller says GBB is always a solid outfit. Adrian loves them. Davy Logan loves them. Jason Gibson says size doesn't matter. Jason, what are you talking about? Can you clarify that statement in any way? Oh, for the weight.
Yeah, because you're about 20 minutes behind in the chat. So
I'm only trying to catch up on the text messages now. Graham Gillam wants a big shout out to members of Cloughfern District LOL 24 and the members of RBP 530. Hiya to you all. If you're watching, if you're not watching, why aren't you watching? We have Chris Fletcher, star of the band poll on this evening. Jennifer McAllister wants to know, has lockdown gone to your head? It totally has, Jennifer. It totally has. And if it hasn't, the mental cases on this show have sent it that way. Look, Brown is watching in Gibraltar. Great to have you on. Look, Davy Mack is in Lisburn. Brian Geddes says, good effort. Oh, was that a bit of the pronunciation of Merthyr Tydfil? I don't know. That was probably just as bad. David Emmis is watching. Dougie Atkins says, great day of rugby. Now time for the music. Great music. Colin Johnson has been cooking. He says stew's done. He's now on the drink. Show tonight is brilliant. So far, my goodness, Stephen. High praise indeed for you there, Chris. Stephen says it's brilliant. You've only got through 3 tunes. Let's please all the squeeze box players now too, huh?
Well, we've already had an accordion band like and Annie was on.
That's true. That's true.
But now we've got a full tune of Pride of the Birches.
Ooh, lovely. This is them at Kilclooney's parade last year.
2019, yeah.
Always like a wee... Well, I suppose it wasn't even last year. It was 2 years. Always like a wee bit of Pride of the Birches. Definitely do. proud of the Birches there playing extremely well. Valerie, you'll love this. Jensen got us a new doorbell on Friday for the deaf, and it plays lots of tunes sounding like accordions. Jensen thinks it's Dunloy. Good for you, Jensen. Absolutely brilliant. And just to keep everyone updated, in case you didn't see Gillian's message there, she said that Jensen is doing good. No infection since his surgery. First hearing test the 9th, but it's not going too great. Well, listen, if anyone will pick up their socks, it will absolutely be Jensen. There's no doubt whatsoever that he will ace his test. Absolutely. Eddie Torrens would like to let everybody know that East Belfast Protestant Boys and Ballyhalbert are still on the road, even though Auntie Val has barred us.
But China told Lisa that the Prot Boys had folded last year.
That's right enough, so we did. Well, you see, our favourite band, guys, is actually the Miller Memorial. So that's the only band we're playing tonight of the Three Muskehounds. That's our favourite.
Divide and conquer, divide and conquer.
Absolutely, absolutely. Iron Man is outside in the hot tub partying. Where was our invite, Chris? Did you get an invite?
No, not even slightly.
Absolutely not. This isn't good enough, Iron Man. JD, where get the invite coming from?
I got an invite, but I thought I would be better staying with you and be in solidarity.
There's so many rude things going through my head to say at this point in time. I'm better saying none of them, to be quite honest. Billy says, Roy's happy, MYD, we're on. Oh, that was last night, wasn't it? That was last night.
They weren't on last night.
Were they not?
No.
Were they not?
No.
Oh, okay. I thought they were.
Just shows you how far.
It just
shows.
Sorry?
There's been no Kilkeel bands as far as I know this weekend.
Just shows you how far you are behind the tech, because that message probably was about from 6 weeks ago.
And somebody says it's as quick as I'm as far behind in that there as I am in sending the CDs. Yes, the CDs will get to you eventually. Look, it's going to be a surprise when they come. That's it. I don't want you to be sitting waiting on them. I want you to be surprised by them. Now, who is your next choice, Chris? I think you're scoring 10 for 10 here so far, so keep her up.
Well, this band is probably one of my favourites personally to watch. Anytime I see them in a parade, I'm always happy to see them. The Ulster Grenadiers from Carrick always sound brilliant.
Ooh.
And this is them on parade at the Royal Landing in 2019.
I love the colour of their uniforms, I have to say. Very, very nice colour.
Yeah, Lisa's always loved the turquoise blue in their uniform.
Yeah, it's really, really nice. See, Lisa, good taste. That's what we have. Good taste. Let's have a little bit.
That's why I like Rafcoons.
Yes, true enough. Same type of colour or same shade of colour. Let's have a little bit of Ulster Grenadiers. Lisa, why were you and I blethering about turquoise uniforms?
No idea.
You were there when the clip was picked, and you let me blether away about turquoise uniforms. Well, they did. They used to have turquoise uniforms. I love
turquoise shirts now.
I love the turquoise uniform.
And if you look
China,
at the sword carrier at the front, had turquoise on his uniform.
China says that if we don't play the Gert, Ronstadt's going to cry. So we'll have to play the Gert at some point this evening.
Well, they're going to double my dues apparently, so if the Gert's not on.
Absolutely.
Well, if they come back to you, Chris, and say they're going to quadruple your dues, then I'll make sure they're not played.
Okay. I'm looking forward to getting a cardboard box out in the street right now.
Only joking, Chris. Only joking.
Annabelle says Pride of Lagan Valley wear turquoise. So they do. But so am I imagining things? The Grahams did used to have a turquoisey blue uniform, didn't they?
Who's this?
The Grahams, they used to have a turquoisey blue uniform.
They had turquoise trousers with that uniform, but they obviously were wearing the black that day. Just
okay. Thought I was really losing it there. Really.
Higgins says the MPB wore turquoise jackets as well.
Yes, yeah, absolutely. Nice color. It's a nice shade. It's something different. Absolutely,
it
something
just
different.
stands out a mile.
It does, doesn't it? It really does. Now, Muriel says brilliantly tipped. Stephen says brilliant band, great timings. Absolutely. Davy Simple wants any Ballymuckin purple guards. You're just going to have to keep watching and seeing, Davy, aren't you? Troll, I think. Niall Cox. I'll have a wee look. Carl, thank you for letting me know. Any have done a money. I was watching another laptop. Valerie had dark hair and a white t-shirt, and MYD are on first. Bally, I think you were looking at the wrong week. Oh my goodness. Let's see. Jason Warrington, you seem to know Niall Cox, so let us know if he's a troll or not. I think he was looking for Sean South. I don't think we'll play that this night. Margaret wants to know, do you want a bigger spoon? Any Drumma Higgles? We had Drumma Higgles last night, Stephen. But Glenn was bribed last night, says Stephen Feely. Don't think Chris or Lisa will take her bribe. Oh, dear.
This flag, Stephen.
Which flag's that? Is this from... Oh, the Miller flag?
Oh, yes.
He was getting me... The abuse that I get from them. And then he was texting me the day, could you share our notice about our flag?
At least they got that as well.
Yes, so folks, don't forget, if you visit the Miller Memorial Flute Band's Facebook page, if you just type in Miller Memorial, they do have 2 flags for sale. Centenary one and an anniversary flag. So I'll get across. They're very short supply, so you need to be quick. Go over there and get them bought.
Valerie, Rory's been bribed.
He has, absolutely. Lisa, haven't I told you he has been bribed? There has been money changed hands, or maybe it's them keep him in a stock of sweets. That's maybe how they're
I've
working.
not been bribed, but bribes are welcome.
Who have you picked next, Chris? It's time for Silver Band, isn't it?
It is time for silver. Well, it'll be very hard. It was very hard for me to pick silver because I'm not the greatest fan of silver, but I know there's a lot of people out there who do like them. I went for common silver.
Very good. Yes. And this is them where?
Oh, I can't remember.
Just being people pleaser.
There we go. I know it's Neil's clip. That's all I know. I know it's Neil's clip. It's a Tullyvallen.
Good man. You'll probably see Neil eating sandwiches and drinking cups of tea in this one. But Tullyvallen is always a good band to pick. I don't know about the resties, but I think I seen Neil sitting in that tent in there. Did anybody else spot him? No?
Elaine must have been doing the recording then.
I think that's what he does.
Slacking.
Yeah, he leaves Elaine to do the recording. He pops in there for the cup of tea. He does. Shush bam playing Eddie. My goodness. They're still gurning. Absolutely gurning. They want to know if they wear turquoise, can they get on? Nope. Jimmy Graham says if you wore tutu, you still wouldn't get on. Now, tutus, I think I would maybe consider. I have
Turquoise
to say.
tutu, a turquoise tutu, maybe.
Turquoise tutu would be a cert. Wear turquoise tutu, and we'll definitely have you on. Absolutely.
Well, totally having things on. There's 2 flags are now on screen that Macmillan Memorial are selling.
Oh, excellent. Thank you,
15
Roy.
quid a piece.
You're right, Lisa. He definitely has been bribed. Absolutely. JD says Charles Watson had the best colours in her uniform, red, white and blue. Yes, red, white and blue uniforms are always lovely, but it's nice to have something a wee bit different, catches the eye. David Milligan says that the Grahams had always turquoise in their uniforms. Amanda Baird wants to know any lamb beg for Dad Eddie Baird. I don't think there's any lamb begs on this evening. There might be, I'm not sure. Have to have a wee scan down, but if not, we'll definitely try and get them on for you another week, Eddie. Grenadiers wore turquoise to Gavin Hazlitt and sold one of their uniforms to Montauber in the past. They did indeed. Stephen McKinney wants to know, can we say hello to Sam and Margaret Ritchie from Randallstown watching the show? Tell you what we'll do. Sam and Margaret Ritchie, if you're watching, what we're going to do is get a Lisa wave for you. So you are very, very special. Look, lean in closer to the camera, Lisa, so everyone can see. There you go. That is special. Not very many people get a Lisa wave, I have to say now. Absolutely special. How many buds would you get in one of them trumpets? Now, is that earbuds or is that flower buds? I don't know. My goodness. Now, where are we going to go next? Oh, loving your next pick. This will please China.
It is a Protestant boys. It's just not that Protestant boys. It's the Shankill Protestant boys on parade at the Robert Squeak Seymour parade in 2014. Just
Excellent.
Predominantly because of Johnny out leading the band. Like I
Super.
always enjoyed watching drum majors whenever I was young.
Do you watch other drum majors and get tips from them, Chris?
Don't need tips.
Oh, sorry. I do. Well, Jensen is one of our up and coming drum majors. Have you any tips for Jensen then?
Cartwheel always does it.
Ooh, there you go.
You can ask Carson about that because I've been on the Carson for years about doing a cartwheel.
Has he still not managed it yet?
He still hasn't done a cartwheel.
Oh my goodness. Lisa, have we got a clip of Chris doing a cartwheel?
Not my video clips, no. He doesn't do anything.
He doesn't do.
He doesn't do anything.
Yes, there is.
There is, but I don't have one of them.
So when he sees you coming, or when he sees you at the stand of the road and the band's coming up to you, he purposely stops doing anything. Is that what he does?
No, we're always in single time.
I'm in the band.
You think it's a conspiracy, Lisa? I think you're right. Definitely do. China says, no one likes us, but we'll survive. Oh, God love you. Badly done to them, boys. So this is Shankill Proddy Boys. Have a wee look. We'll see if we can see my wee mate Davy Hagan in there as well. see why all you band pullers are so skinny.
Yeah,
Chris,
imagine
who-
waking up on the 13th after that. Doing
I
that
can
on the 13th
imagine.
of July kills you.
I can imagine. Tell me this: who was your idol when you were growing up in drum?
Johnny Jameson, whenever he led the Gert.
Ooh. Now, I see. I'm too young to remember people like that. There, obviously, but who else? What other? I mean, there's not actually that many adults. Sam Dixon there has made a comment. He said that Chris is one of the best. That's praise indeed. Ken Tate says he always likes to see a good band polar. There was someone else. JD says Johnny Jameson was the best, so he's agreeing with you. Barry Higgins says the higher the band pole goes, the better. Do you prefer doing, like, tricks with the band pole and cartwheels and all that kind of stuff, or do you give her a wee week every so often?
Well, I do. Well, I always throw it up, do a cartwheel and catch it. There's one of my other ones. So,
Do you have a set routine that you go through, or is it just whatever comes into your head at that moment?
well, you always have the same amount of tricks that you can do, but it's always a matter of just not hurting yourself.
Or not hitting you in the head.
Or anybody else, actually?
Or Chris, have you ever fallen in your back end?
Twice.
Were you primed to ask that? Lisa, had you him primed to ask that?
No, he told them earlier.
No, because I told him earlier on. That's
No,
all
we
it
had,
was.
we had a conversation about it earlier. So.
Why did you fall in your back end, Chris?
I tripped over my shoelace.
Oh, for God's sake.
The thing is, I still finished third that night. Still, I made it into the top 3.
Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! Well, who else is there? So there's the guy at the Shankill. Is there anybody in the front? Because a lot of the Blood and Thunder bands have gone for the more formal with mace style effect.
You have Carson and Donegal. You had Stephen Ewing when he was in the East Belfast Prop Boys. You have Wee Joel in Pride of Lagan Valley. Just there's
Some good
several
ones.
different ones.
So you only know ones in Belfast? Is that what you're trying to say?
There's not many outside Belfast. There's a fella from Pride of Orange and Blue Owl Boys is really good as well.
There's
Yes,
the
and we
guy
Johnny.
in Craigie Warren have got one.
He went to. I remember he's in the Billy Boys now.
Is he?
As far as I remember, last
Um,
time I seen him, he was walking with the Billy Boys.
A Hockle. I've got one.
Do you
Pride of the Main
when
have
you
got 2 or 3.
when you see other drum majors, Chris? Do you watch them to see what they're doing?
Well, predominantly, I'll always take a wee mick out of Carson just for the fun of it, just for the banter.
Is it Carson? Carson's the one who put it over the thing in Glasgow, isn't he?
Yes.
There is a clip of it, but the problem is it's not a full tune. So-
Davey Stephen winding him up to do it.
Yeah, no, that was pretty impressive, I have to say. So basically, is Carson better than you then because he was able to do that?
He does different things than me. That's all it is.
I'm only winding Chris.
and not to mention, I see Natasha Laverty saying about the girl from the White Whale, Tanya.
Tanya
Well-
was brilliant.
Stay tuned.
Is she coming back?
No, she's on. I have a clip in particular of the
Oh.
White Whale tonight.
Excellent, excellent. That'll be good.
And
to
as
see.
someone says, David Loaf from the Freeman as well. Forgot all about him.
Yes, he's another one. Yes, he's pretty good in the band pool too.
And obviously
and
Dinger.
Gary Thompson, that's who I was trying to remember. Gaza.
And your
Gaza,
guy
yes,
from
the
Pomeroy
Blair
as
Memorial.
well.
And of course, the daddy of them all, Dinger Bell.
Dinger Bell. Cartwheel down the cartwheel. Do nothing, just cartwheel.
Is there is Big Crosley? You see, Sammy Crosley is more the military style mace that there. Do you remember? I think it was actually in Bushmills quite a few years ago. There was a whole row because one of the drum pullers, their stick came down and hit a car, and I think they smashed the front windscreen of the car, and they the people who were there watching the parade, they offered to fix it and all that there, but they were really, really pissed off about it. It's obviously an accident, but has that ever happened? Does it ever come down into the crowd for you, Chris?
Yes, several times.
Is that not why the black don't allow you to throw the band pole?
Oh, don't get me started on the black.
Well,
Me and the
that's
black are not best of friends.
That's an insurance thing as much as anything
As
else. Is that
Stefan will like to keep going on about. as I've seen him in the comments.
I'm kind of on the middle of that one, but we could talk about that after our next tune. Who have you picked next?
Well, see, Glenn picked both the Londonderry bands last night. He picked William Kane and the Churchills, so I've decided to go for the Hamilton.
Excellent choice, I have to say.
Then
Very good.
Gladiators Farewell.
Oh, we've Londonderry well covered this weekend. Brilliant choice. Love hearing the Hamilton. So here we go. Absolutely superb. As Ken Stewart says, there are not many bands could play Gladiators Farewell on the road, and they did it really, really well, I have to say. Annabelle Kinnear says, hiya, Chris. It used to be me called you Johnny. So if there was ever a strange woman who called you Johnny when you were right, that's who it was. It was Annabelle.
People who talk to you and you don't realise, and they know you, but you don't know them. They expect you to know who they are. It's like, I don't know.
Well, it's like this, you see, after this here, everybody will know what we all look like, but we don't know what they all look like. So I've warned them all they have to come up and introduce themselves. And I'm a hugger. So once all this COVID stuff's over, I want hugs, okay? Don't just attack me in the middle of the street to hug. At least say hello first, you know.
But we have
hug
We do have a plan in place, don't we, Valerie? Well, the starts of a plan in place, so
Well,
we do recognise
we're
people.
thinking of it. We're thinking of it. We've just been sort of like talking about it informally, but we're thinking of getting t-shirts done. Just cost price and sell them to you, cost price, the packaging, whatever it is, postage, and something like
And don't worry, I'll take charge of the posting, folks.
yeah, so that you get them this year rather than next. We've sort of like got a few ideas for slogans. We were thinking of I survived lockdown with Auntie Val. Or what was the other ones, Roy?
I survived lockdown with the virtual band parade.
Yeah, and then we thought about getting VBP in the back and all that kind of stuff. So that's our thoughts. Or if there's any other suggestion, Margaret wants to know what year will we get them. Roy will take charge of posting, so you'll definitely get them.
I think on the t-shirts you should just put up a Gert. There we go, sorted.
Oh, right, okay. Well, we can have that on the sleeve.
Well, that's about -3 sold then.
And we could get Ballyhalbert, East Belfast Protestant Boys and the Miller Memorial are barred. Or we could get something to put the Muskehounds on them. I don't know. Let us know what you think. What would you be seen dead wearing? Then it means but whenever we're all out again in parades, we could, you'll know someone else, and then you can introduce yourself as go, I'm so-and-so, and then the other person could go, oh, I'm so-and-so. At least we'll know each other then. I'd originally thought we badges or something there, but Roy was suggesting a t-shirt instead. So tell us what you think, if you think it's a good idea. Or I know, Robert, who is this Auntie Val? I have no idea who she is neither, but we will. Stephen Robson says he agrees with you. Chris, up the Gert. Sam Ritchie wants to know, could you say hello to Stephen McKinney, please? Lisa, are we doing a Lisa wave for Stephen McKinney? There we go. Lisa wave. Hi, user privileged tonight. I was in the Black Book t-shirts. Now there's an idea, Joshua.
That is a fantastic idea.
I was in the Black Book. Yeah. I survived the Black Book. Muscadol says Annabelle can hear. Very good. Very good.
Just wee dolls. Just
wee dolls. Wee dolls.
That's the thing. I would like to see the very first parade. Whoever's the girls. A girl colour party, all just to wear t-shirts just with wee dolls wrote across it.
China loves wee dolls. That's another
I better still get the prop boys colour party to wear wee dolls.
Oh, that would be funny. Oh, that would be so good. That would be so good. Yes, that would be so good.
That'll be for the Civil Rights March.
And there's Neil thinking about food again. Neil thinks before the first parade we should have a mass picnic.
True. Get bands to play it. We could get East Belfast, Ballyhalbert, Muller Memorial to play at it. What more could you want?
Then they can never complain again.
Can't. You're right, Lisa. Adriel McVenna says, remembers one night in Catesbridge to Ballycraigie, we were walking out the country roads. Leader turned left. We walked straight on. He never even realised for good while. I've seen that happening before. Billy Aggie, White Rock and Lord Carson are still going strong. Oh, sorry, I thought that was... there was a few more names of drum majors there, but they've all disappeared off my screen. And my phone's died, so I can't even go back through my phone. But definitely give us a list of a few more of your drum majors so that we can give them all a shout out. Ruth, why am I getting whacked with a flag? Oh, instead of a hug. That's lovely. That's lovely. Let me see. Where are we going now? Don't be getting Auntie Val on it. Sure, you hate Val. I know. China says, will not be near you, big girl. We love the Muskehound. Jennifer says, usually too flipping cold to be wearing just a t-shirt at a band parade. I know, but we could like a sweater or something over the top so you could see it. Yes, we doll, says Helen Thompson. Love the idea of a t-shirt. Sign me up for the Black Book t-shirt. Myrtle Henry says, brilliant idea, the t-shirt. I'm 71, but she would wear it. Could I order a flag? China loves wee dolls. We want China t-shirts, says Colin Johnson. Oh, very good. Very good. Wee Billy Rankin is what you just messaged me. He will be at the front of the queue for a hug with Auntie Val.
Number one fan.
Introduce yourself first, okay? Before you just don't come up and attack me. I want an introduction. Hi, I'm such and such, and then we'll be okay. John Stevenson's watching Owl Dolls, says Walter Lyons. I don't know who the Owl Dolls are. I definitely need a wee doll. Penny Johnson says she's a size 12. Very good, Penny. Billy Aggie was in the Drum Cabal Amateurs many, many years ago. I don't know what that is. The civil rights parade work is in progress. Oh my goodness. Mad folk, mad folk. What do you think? Should we keep anybody else happy?
Well, this clip was sent to Lisa, I think it was about 2 weeks ago. And I think we weren't going to play it because it wasn't a full tune. But the particular person says, you didn't miss much of the tune. So I think we'll obviously just play it now. And it's Ballyhalbert Followers of Rangers.
I've heard the name of this band before somehow. Don't think I've ever seen them right enough. Just looking in there was nobody playing the flute the wrong way. Or were they all playing the flute the wrong way?
Well, I have someone who just wants to make a wee bit of a guest appearance at the moment.
Okay.
She just wants to say hello. That's all she wants to do.
Hello, Holly. This is Holly, everyone. She is an absolute star, and she has got the most gorgeous bunny rabbit sweatshirt on that Roy thought was a cat. So Roy knows as much about animals as he does about music.
I didn't think it was a cat. I got told it was a cat. A kitty cat. And it's got a lovely bow in its hair, hasn't it, Holly?
Give everyone a big wave, Holly, and say hi.
Big wave and then say night.
Big wave.
Yay!
Yay! Good for you, Holly. Look, everyone's saying hello. Very good, very good.
Say bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Are you going to bed now?
No.
Good. You tell Mummy that you have to get staying up till all the bands have been played.
She does anyway.
So what band are you going to join, Holly?
I'm in a band.
She's not in a band.
You're not in a band? Not yet, darling. You'll be in a
Yes, the
band
Gertrude
soon.
don't allow girls in, but eventually they will.
You gonna join that cool?
No.
The one with the blue uniform?
No.
No. She says no, Roy.
Okay, say
Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Bye, Holly, darling. Let me see. There was Dougie Aiken suggested the baby China picture on the front of a t-shirt. Not a bad idea, I have to say. Not a bad idea. Somebody else suggested there was another one. Where did it go? I've lost it now. I've lost it. T-shirts with "I survived Val's homeschooling." I survived the rants is probably a good one.
You could
I made it through.
You could just put one up of three of their faces with them spitting a dummy out.
That's the one. That's the one. Oh my
Stephen,
goodness,
Eddie, and China, I totally object to the ongoing abuse that you cannot defend yourself on this. I really do. I put an objection to this abuse that you're getting.
How much did they pay you, Roy? How much did they pay?
See, Valerie, that's how you know he's been bribed.
No, I always stick up. I always stick up for the Muskehounds because I've been put as dog Tanyan, the fourth Muskehound. So I will always stick up for them. They're three fantastic, amazing bands that deserve the recognition they get.
Cheryl, Holly says, please.
I am going to go now and be sick. It's the only way I can deal with this. Let's see.
Valerie, there's 4 Muskehounds now.
But mind you, they're not as good. They're not as good as Rascal Pretty Boys or Pride of the Main.
Glenn Miller wants to know, does China deliver Maltesers and Vimtos? He obviously does, Glenn. You've heard it now. When I am slagging the three of them or the four of them, don't any of you guys feel sorry for him? Because listen to that. Sticking up for them there. Now, Eddie Kelly should get the pick some weeks. A well-respected bandman with some miles in the clock of over 50 years walking the streets of Ulster and Scotland. Good idea, Peter. I haven't seen him commenting. So what we actually have done is we have picked a list of about 12 people that we have asked to do picks for us. And last night was Glenn. Glenn was the first one. Tonight, Chris picked them. Next week, we have an accordionist, Jennifer McAllister from Craigney Accordion, who is going to pick the clips for us. So really looking forward to that one. And then in various weeks, we have different other people picking on the Friday or Saturday night. So really, really looking forward to everyone's pick of the clips. Let's see. Auntie Valerie can teach us all how to play the accordion. Thought about Auntie Valerie could do with teaching herself. Let me see. Yes, Holly is going to start up her own band in Ballyduff. Good for you, darling. You start them all up. Ruth Watson says, Valerie, we all know Roy talks from time to time. You're right, he does. But I'm really looking forward to this next clip now. Chris has told us about it. Tell us again, Chris.
Well, this is the White Whale Defenders finishing off at the Gertrude Star parade, and if you watch, you can't miss her. Tanya giving her stuff.
Tanya was superb. And the thing about it was, that the female doing it when it was normally males doing it, I think was absolutely brilliant. And
I remember there was also a wee girl that was in Pride of the Hill Carmoney, and she used to do the two band pole things well, but she used to do she was like a gymnast or something like that.
The twirlers, those twirling groups. No, I thought Glenn Miller's suggesting a t-shirt with Auntie Val nip my ditties. Glenn's obviously in the drink tonight again. We kept him sober long enough for 2 nights. He's on the drink tonight again.
Couldn't blame him.
Yes, it should have been Viewer's Choice next weekend, but on the Saturday night, aren't I right in saying that, Roy? Let me check my diary. On the Saturday night, we are going to be doing...
Yeah, because it's only one night of Viewers Night. We had 2 nights of viewers picks the first time.
Yes, but because Saturday night next year would have been Lisburn Young Defenders Blood and Thunder night, what we're going to do is Ian McAllister from Lisburn Young Defenders has taken a selection of picks from the Blood and Thunder night over the years, and is going to has put together a wee playlist. So it's Ian McAllister is choosing on the Saturday night, and because it was that weekend, so we're going to do the viewers' requests the weekend after that. Look, it's in my diary. It's in the diary. Viewers' requests all in. So 12th and 13th of March. So you'll have to.
Do you know why you've got the diary out?
Why?
Do you know why you've got the diary out? Not why, but while you've got it out.
Yes.
See, if you just open it up to the 1st of March. Go on, just open it up to the 1st of March.
1st of March is my brother's birthday.
Yeah, well, just open up to the 1st of March. Get a pen in your hand.
Okay.
Right, post CDs.
Dear. Now, Chris, you were saying.
This is the White Whale Defenders.
Looking forward to seeing Tanya again. It's about time she was back. Brilliant. Tanya was absolutely fantastic. She definitely needs to get back again. So if anybody knows Tanya, or even if Tanya's watching, tell her she needs to get back out on the roads. Keep the girls' side up of this drum major in business. Absolutely brilliant. Really, really good. I have to admit, I love watching the drum majors of that style. I've never actually walked behind one, I have to say, but I love watching the drum majors strutting their stuff. Absolutely strutting their stuff. Definitely do. Is it hard to learn, Chris?
Not to hit yourself, yeah.
I would be still knocked out within about 6 steps. I don't know that I could actually even walk and do that at the same
The
time.
worst, like the funniest one was whenever I think it was a couple of 12s ago. I think it was as soon as we walked into Royal Avenue, the first thing it did, hit myself in the mouth, and busted my lip open. And then whenever I was coming home, first tune did the exact same coming home as well.
God. Lisa, you just tell folk that he was talking when he should have been listening.
Stone cold sober as well.
Jason wants to know, have I got anyone picking for Fermanagh, Tyrone or Armagh, or is it just folk from Antrim Down and Londonderry? It's from all over, Jason, and I can't actually tell you who they are because they haven't all been asked yet. So if you haven't been asked, I've only asked Jennifer and Ian knows for next weekend because I haven't gone any further ahead than that there. So you might be asked. You might be sitting out there wondering, are you going to be asked? And you might be asked after all. So what we tried to go for is people who have commented on the show and have been watching with us from the beginning, and some of you maybe will be surprised at being asked. We hope you will, but we hope you'll do it. You don't have to come on air with us if you don't feel comfortable doing it, but we're definitely getting you to pick the choices. Gavin wants to know, if you get all the quiz correct, you get to choose the clips as a prize. Indeed you do not, Gavin. You're getting a CD. Sure, that's enough. Chris, your next choice is an accordion band. How did you feel about choosing accordion bands?
Whenever you walk predominantly Belfast, but parades, you don't really see many accordion bands at parades. So basically Glenn took the ones who I really know would be Brunswick and Dunloy. So I decided to go with a first Kilkeel band, Rodin Accordion.
Very good, very good. And this is them at Lisburn Black Saturday in 2016. It's always nice to see different bands. I like seeing different bands. really good clip there, Chris, and great to see the Waynes out there. And they're just, that's one of the things that I love about marching bands. Like, if you suggested putting kids at that age in front of hundreds of people in like a concert hall or something like that, they would have a heart attack. And yet those kids are walking along there in front. I mean, you can see the crowds for yourselves, and they're as unfazed as anything. I think it is brilliant for kids to get that opportunity to do things. And I definitely think it gives them self-confidence. I mean, you have to admit now, Chris, to do what you do out in front of a band takes a certain amount of self-confidence.
Well, I'd say the first 10 minutes of a parade, usually at the start of it, I'm cacking myself.
Seriously? Even
Every
yet?
parade, regardless of what it is, but as soon as I get into it, I'll just go about. But the first 5-10 minutes, you're just worried about warming your hands up.
You see, my biggest problem would be actually the opposite, because when I would have very sweaty palms, I have very hot hands, but they're very sweaty. My hands are never ever cold. So when I'm nervous or when I'm anxious or anything like that, my hands sweat. I used to actually have to spray my hands with deodorant before, I played solos and stuff like that there, or talcum powder was the other one. So that just would flatten me completely. I would have dropped 40 million times inside the first 10 minutes.
I'll also have to say a wee thing to Brian Goody, who's saying about East Belfast. There's 4 accordion bands in East Belfast. I'm bound to have seen. I've seen them all, but you very rarely see many accordion bands actually walking like band competitions. Parkinson, Lord Carson, maybe you don't see the Albert Bridge walking many competition parades.
Yeah. But it's always nice to see. It's always nice to see different bands. That's what I like about doing this, is that you see bands that you would never normally see in your part of the world. What age did you? Is Gertrude your first band?
The only band, yes.
What age did you join at?
2009, so about 19.
Oh, so you were quite a late developer, a late bloomer. Were you not in bands whenever you were young? No.
No, my dad was in several bands. He was what we had known as a band hopper.
Yes.
He was in so many bands in County Antrim. He was in the Whitewell whenever it first formed. He was in Upper Falls Protestant Boys, Firhill, plenty of bands, and he formed his own band in Rathcoole back in the 80s as well.
Brilliant. And what took you then to Gertrude? Was it just you saw them, you liked them, or was it friends were in it, or?
It would be down to Jim Stitt. Whenever I used to live in Queen's Park, and he used to live just a couple of doors down from me. It's our chairman who passed away a couple of years ago, unfortunately, and he always used to see me out with a band pole and said, "Have you ever thought of coming over?"
So you were band polling and that there around the States and that there, but you weren't actually in a band. Yeah. And did you always want to do the band pole rather than an instrument, or?
It's good for the fitness.
Well, it definitely is, because I mean, you're constant. It's constant. It's probably. Do you ever use one of those Fitbits or anything like that there when you're doing it?
I did it. I think it was the 1st and the 12th last year, and it just the amount of calories it said you burnt off was unbelievable.
I would say so. Lisa, were you ever in a band?
Nope.
Never ever.
Nope.
And yet,
believe it or not, before me and Lisa started going together, Lisa had only really been to one parade.
Wow.
And that was the 12th of July in Glengormley. And then, because I had always been bad mad, like I always used to record parades. Have you ever seen the old videos from 2003, 4, 5 on our YouTube channel? They're all mine.
Brilliant. And you just got into it then, Lisa? Were you dragged into it, kicking and screaming? Or did you really enjoy it?
I was nervous at the start, but then I got better with it.
Like, because yours is one of the most followed pages, particularly for your band calendars and that there at the beginning of the year. Yours is probably one of the most followed pages by bands people.
Yeah.
You've got good fellowship there, membership, followers. That was a combination of the both there. And it takes a lot of work, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It's probably almost like a full-time job.
Well, you don't get paid.
Of course you don't.
I'd be rich.
Do you know anybody who makes any money out of bands? Well, apart from China. China,
You
China
can
rub.
YouTube, but after all the YouTubes got banned, we were going to monetize ours, but then
Did you
we didn't get it.
did you lose yours as well, or did
No,
you
mine.
were you
They
looking?
just stopped the monetizing.
Just stopped monetizing.
I had heard that any of the YouTube channels that were taken down, were the monetized ones,
No, but ours was monetized.
and yours wasn't taken
And
down.
ours wasn't taken down. That's part of the reason why we think mine wasn't, basically.
Wow, wow.
Then they cut the money off, but you don't make loads unless you're getting thousands of views. I
I
think the most we
didn't.
made was 200.
200,000.
No,
No.
£200.
Oh, £200. I thought you meant 200,000
And
views.
that went towards a new camera.
Yeah, because I mean the quality of the clips, it just gets better and better. It really does. Do you spend a lot of time editing afterwards?
Marching them together, basically, or if a couple 10-second clip, it ended.
Yeah. Yeah, the one thing I always like about your clips is that you always make a point of getting a full clip, from a
Yeah.
band from the beginning to end. And
I
funny,
got
it's
told
something.
off one time I didn't do that.
Did you? Who told you off? Was it me or was it Chris?
No, him.
No.
It was
But
a accordion band.
It's funny the way that the trends have changed. For it used to be that it was, you stood in one place and just took the parade as it went by you. But now you guys all go out and you follow one band.
Yeah. Or
Which
if you
is
like them, you follow them for 10 tunes, like some people.
Yeah.
who does Chris tend to follow them whenever he's doing it?
You bet regimental.
The Regimental, Grenadiers, Pride of the Shore, Rathcoole, Balmaconnelly.
And they play
Yeah.
that quick. You're literally, if you turn around to say hello to somebody, they're away from you. You're like, oh no, up the road.
He's away. Because I have seen you doing it a few times, Chris. And funny, I've never actually met Lisa or spoken to Lisa. I don't think so. She says I met her once, but I can't remember it. But at least I know her now for the next time we're going out. And I'll also know this next band because it is a favourite on the show. China says it's a good job. He's thick skin and lives in quiet East Belfast. And he says, "Excuse me, I provide a service to all people, and I have to feed myself and the family, grandkids, and the dog. And if you were working for me, I would have you licking windows all day."
That's our
China,
China.
you are we star, and well, you know it. Who's your next clip? And I know one of your fans will be watching this one intently, and hopefully he's actually in this clip.
I'm sure he is. This is when they unveiled their new uniform back in 2018, as far as I remember. Donegal flutes and drums going around Donegal.
Oh, hopefully Jensen's in this. We'll have a wee watch and see. have to say that's one of the best quality videos I've seen from On the March yet. Oh, sorry. Neil said that Elaine did that video all by herself. He was away at a parade somewhere else. Someone joking, Neil. I read your comments, so I thought I would slag you. Jennifer says it's lovely to see all the boys out front, including her grandsons. Absolutely brilliant. They had, what was it, 4 out there at the front? I think Jensen was one of them. So there's 4 rivals for the future, Chris. Do you think, are you ever going to give it up? Do you think, are you going to sort of get aches and pains and say, oh, it's too old
I get
for this?
aches and pains constantly.
But you're not giving it up?
Not at the moment, anyway.
Good.
He retires every year and he doesn't.
I retire at the end of the year every year.
Right. You're one of those then. Do you get to hear that every year then, Lisa?
Yep.
Never lasts, does it? Never ever lasts.
No, because in the break over winter, he's like, oh, I want to go to parades.
So you're like the rest of us, Chris, then. This enforced break has been killing you.
It's been a long year and a half.
Sure has. It sure has. Lots of praise there coming in for your website, Lisa. Joshua says that your page is fantastic and finding out which bands are attending which parade. Neil says your Facebook is brilliant. Stephen Feely is doing a bit of licking here. He says your fantastic quality of clips and photos from Lisa and Chris.
I expect that flag on Monday.
Ken Tate says, good to see Chris and Lisa. Thanks for all your hard work from the Lagan Valley. Neil Glass is best Facebook page for clips and information. Absolutely brilliant. And fair play to you, Lisa. You put a lot of time into the work that you guys do on that website. It's a brilliant website. So if you're not already a follower of Loyal Ulster Scottish Bands or Lisa LUSB Care, make sure you do give them a wee like and follow as well. Now, next up is a pipe band for all the pipe band enthusiasts. So you're going more traditional pipe band than Glenn's rocky pipe band last night.
I am. I'm going with Raffrey pipe. I remember, I think it was a couple of years ago, when we walked the Black down in Ballinhinch. They were tuning up, and they were just amazing whenever they were just practicing.
No,
So,
it's,
like
at least you know when they're practicing before they go into the ring, they're going to stop at some point because they have to go into that. No, Rafferty are super pipe band, and they're grade 3B. And as far as I'm reading from your description, this is the final at the World Championships in 2018.
Sorry, folks. Sorry, folks. We're having a few technical difficulties at the moment. Trying to get Valerie and Chris back again. Please do bear with me. Oh dear. We shall just get on to the next clip, which is my Protestant Boys. I'll just get this going while I try and get reconnected to Valerie and Chris.
Stay back. I know that Roy is on the payroll now of the Muskehounds, but it's bad when he cuts me and Chris and Lisa completely off the program. We're just working on getting Chris and Lisa back again, but no, regardless of all your comments, yes, it is very expensive to post CDs, so that's why I haven't managed to pay the bill. What have you got? Where am I at now, Roy? I can't see myself. Oh, there I am. Excellent. So we're going to get Chris and Lisa back on again. Hi, things are bad whenever you are. You're right, Scott. Scott says, I'd say you maybe get the CDs a bit quicker if you all stop calling her Val. Absolutely brilliant there from Oma Protestant Boys. We could see and hear them, but you couldn't see and hear us. Now, next up on Chris's list, while Roy is working away on getting Chris and Lisa back again, is the accordion band Maeve Cullen. And this was them. Oh, sorry. Oh, my goodness. Kid Shirt says Oma Protestant Boys, like quite a few of our melody bands would not look out of place in Whitehall. Absolutely.
I know I'm
Superb.
good. I know I'm good, but I can only manage 2 things at once.
Is your mic on? Can people hear what you're saying?
Yes.
Oh my goodness. Noel Morton says, just for info, Chesney Reeds and Chanters from Cookstown make all the reeds for the majority of the winning pipe bands throughout the contest. I saw someone had asked a question earlier on about what the difference was between the Irish pipes and Scottish pipes. I'll be quite honest, I think the Irish pipes the Brian Boru pipes, which means they're a slightly different tuning from the Irish pipes, I think. I'm not sure. And I think the Brian Boru pipes actually are the pipes which fit in better with the flute bands, particularly the Blood and Thunder bands. I think that the Brian Boru pipes were the ones who fit in with Castledurg Young Loyalists so well. Are we ready for the next tune there, Roy? Are you ready to go with it? Okay. Now, this is Maeve McCullen accordion band playing at their COVID restricted parade in 2020. Nice there from Maeve McCullen, and also loads of white socks to keep Glenn Miller happy. Well done, Glenn. Loads of them. Scott's saying, welcome back, China. Good to see you out of jail. I haven't seen him commenting. Has he been commenting? No. Haven't seen a comment from him as yet. So Roy is still working away there frantically on getting Lisa and Chris back. We're not exactly sure why we're not getting them back. But while we're waiting, remember that we're going to do the birthdays after a while. Have to keep the Moscow Hounds happy and let them serenade someone. There's Chris now. Excellent. Oh,
whenever we crashed, wherever it crashed, we don't know the reason why it crashed, it changed the actual link then to invite other people into. So sorry, Chris.
You. David Milligan says Brian Boru are the lower tone Irish pipes with city down type operated by bellows rolling rather than blowing to the bag. That's my understanding. Is it the Ullin pipes they call them? The Ullin pipes is the ones with the elbow. They actually sound I actually like the sound of them, but I think they have less chanters than the bagpipes. The Brian Boru, I don't know if there's another Irish pipes after that. I honestly don't know if there is a piper in the audience. Let us know, because we don't know. So what we're going to do is our next clip of Chris's. Now that we have you back.
And of course, I had to come back for this clip.
Roy says he's away for the next clip. We're going to do the next clip, and then after this, we will do the birthdays. So if you have any birthdays coming up, I've got a few written down so far. If you comment one earlier on, put it on again just to make sure that I haven't missed it, okay? But put your birthdays in the comments while we play the next clip. Roy, come back here and play the clip. Roy, come and play the clip. Chris, introduce the next band.
No, we've already played them tonight, so I'm not playing it. I refuse. We can't play a band twice in one night.
Well, this technically wasn't my fault, because I did not know that they were going to be playing this at the start of the night.
Now tell me this, Chris. Why did you pick this wonderful band?
I was trying to be quite nice to everybody.
Be happy.
You made me happy. I love it, Chris.
The only person you haven't kept happy tonight is me. Everybody else is made happy apart from me, the one who has to play them.
I'll say the rude comment after you've played the band. The next band are, of course, very, very close to my heart, and a wonderful choice by Chris. This is Balrushian Protestant Flute Band. Just a wee band out there for an indoor. Absolutely brilliant. Playing really well, as always. Now, Chris, who is your next clip? Who's your next choice?
Well, probably my favourite melody band.
Oh, they are good. They are good.
Oh yes, anytime I see them,
That's not what you
always
told
a
me
treat.
earlier. Who your favourite melody band was, but
Who's my favourite melody band?
I'm not going to say who your favourite melody band is, because you might have them on the list, but you can't say that this one is and then say that this.
No, I've walked with the other melody band before.
Ignore him, Chris. He's just trying to stir. That's all it is. Who is your next band, dearest?
Black Skull from Glasgow.
Oh, perfect. And this is them in Lark Hall in 2012. Absolutely brilliant there. Hard pick to pick a better melody flute band than that one. Glenn Miller says, Scholar getting new uniforms. Ooh, lots of people admiring the uniforms there, I have to say. And where is it? James Shanks. I have to say, what you have said has been unintentionally a compliment to our marching bands, because earlier on, when Oma Protestant Boys were on, you asked, was it the Royal Marines? When Black Skull were on there, you asked, was it the Scots Guards? So it just goes to show the quality of the bands whenever they can easily be mistaken for military bands. It really just says everything. Do you ever listen to the music much, Chris, or is that not what you concentrate on when you're watching?
Don't know. The way they play is unbelievable.
It's unreal.
Like between them, William King, so them two bands are up tip top.
They are super. They really, really are super. No, it's definitely hard to look past them. Absolutely is. But there are so many good bands. That's the thing. The standards of all of them is exceedingly high, and I think we should all be very proud of them. Now, David Milligan says he hopes that this. He hopes that the Black Skull's new uniforms aren't turquoise. Lisa and I like them if they are. We like them, won't we, Lisa? Yes, she's nodding her head. She's still shy yet, Roy. We'll have to get her drunk before we bring her on.
I said yeah.
You're just so quiet. So quiet. Now, birthdays. Whose birthday have we got? I'm to give a big shout out for a happy birthday to Brian Benson, who is in Enniskillen Pipe Band, and that comes from Alan Knox. So happy birthday, Brian. Also, I'm to give a big shout out to Blake Bartley, who is 13 and is in the Cookstown Grands, and that comes from your granny, Caroline Stirrup. Helen Thompson would like me to wish her daughter Kelly and brother Jim a very, very happy birthday, both of whom's birthdays are today. Glenn Miller, son Caleb is, I think you said it was 13. Glenn, I didn't write it down because I was too busy reading the rest of your abuse to someone. But happy birthday to Caleb as well. It's your birthday as well. Also, I think I mentioned it last night, but just in case you missed it, and my mum reminded me, our worshipful mistress, Mrs. McAllister, living down there in Craigenee, who will be choosing the tunes next Friday night. It was her birthday during the week. And also to my wee brother, who will be, I don't actually even want to give his age because then that'll give away my age. His birthday is on Monday, so happy birthday, Charlie.
Did you say it was Charlie's 85th birthday?
I did not.
You did so. That would be your wee brother.
I did not. Not at all. So serenading you, first of all, to all the birthdays tonight. This is a very special night because you're going to get a Lisa wave. Yay! Hi, it's only special people get a Lisa wave. And you're going to get serenaded by the Muscahounds. What more can you ask for a birthday present?
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday from the forum. Happy birthday to you.
Well, between the pair of you, you've kept the Muskehounds happy, if nothing else.
Was not my choice. Was all his.
I just love that clip of them coming over the hill.
I knew you wouldn't give in that easy, Lisa. I knew you wouldn't. Lovely uniform there. I love the like white jackets, but I'm sure they are hell to keep clean. Absolutely impossible. China Lee, all his cans of beer spilt all over his. What do you say? Now,
Gertrude man picked the East Belfast Prop boys. What's wrong?
dead boy, huh? Respect, someone says. Total respect from Chris. China must pick the Gert in return. Actually, to be fair to China, the night he did pick the clips, Gertrude were included. So, have to say, a lot of respect between the two of them. Definitely
Peace
going
in the
on.
East.
Huh?
Peace in
Peace
the
in the
East.
East. You're right. Absolutely. And with that in mind, our next clip up is a little clip of aforementioned band showing Chris strutting his stuff. I was convinced there for a minute or two you didn't actually have a stick in your hand, Chris, because all I could see was the hands going. I couldn't actually see any stick. Someone asked earlier on, what do you make your sticks out of?
It's just an ordinary broom shaft and a tennis ball with plenty of roll on it.
Oh,
Like
does
it's
the
perfect.
weight of it? I suppose it has to be a certain weight, otherwise it'll fly too much if it catches the wind
Yeah.
and all that kind of stuff.
It's all just the amount of roll you put on it just to get the perfect weight on it. It's annoying. The amount of money you have to spend on it.
And do they break easily?
Oh, there's been a couple of clips where you see me with a broken bamboo because it's broken. I've hit myself in the leg with it, and it just broke.
Absolutely brilliant. Now, next up is our final brass band of the evening. I know this may come as a surprise to everybody. It doesn't happen very often, but we're going to be running over. So hopefully you will all stick with us because we have some great bands still on the list picked by Chris and Lisa. So don't be going nowhere. Stay with us.
Just Chris.
Sorry?
Just Chris.
That's what I said. Chris and Lisa.
Just him, not me.
Oh, you have nothing to do with this list then? Oh, right. So he takes all the blame then for
he's another Muskehounds follower.
This is a superb silver band, Chris, I have to say. Another great choice. I guess it is was this kind of like the second silver band that you found when you searched in silver bands, or did Lisa help?
Silver band, this is what comes up. Normally Tamlick Moore is the first one that comes up, but you just search down, you'll find a few.
So this is Mackramore Silver at Larne District Parade in 2018. At least you're honest, Chris. Absolutely brilliant. Playing really, really well there, true and trusty, with a really small band, but still getting a great sound. Even though it was a fluke, Chris, it was a good pick, I have to say. Good pick for it. Now, your next choice is another melody band. And I
Which
know two
coincidentally
people are
is
going
a
to be very
melody
happy.
band I have led twice.
Oh, oh.
Led them
Did you?
twice at the Twaddle parades.
Ah, there you go. There you go. I know two people who's going to be very happy. Victoria and David, if you're watching. Who is it?
Shankaroo Defenders at Shankle Stars parade in 2011 playing Children's Love.
Brilliant. Superb clip, absolutely superb clip, and well done to the wee fella at the back of the band. Hopefully he is actually in the band now, because that was taken 10 years ago, so hopefully he's in the back ranks of the band. If anybody knows, let us know. Hopefully he's now a band member. Now, where are we going to next? Part music, Chris? Did you struggle picking the part music, or was it not as hard as the brass?
It's not as difficult, to be honest, but with Glenn picking the ones from Londonderry and Kelswater, it narrows it down a bit.
It sure does, it sure does. Did Lisa help with this one in any way?
A wee bit, yes.
I knew she had an influence somewhere. Now, this is who? Tell us who it is.
The Hunter Memorial at Black Saturday in Lisburn 2016, I think. Or
Excellent.
17.
Excellent. Absolutely superb sound there. I'm sitting here going, I know I've played that in a band. I think it's a pacer. Am I right? Penny, am I right in saying that that is the pacer? As Roy says, have we found another tune that you've liked? Well, we don't know whether she liked it or not yet, Roy. So we'll reserve judgment. That might be on the very, very small like list. Brilliant choice there, that one, Chris. Loving that one. Or Lisa, whoever found it, whichever one of the two it was.
She had.
Now, next up clip, we've only got 4 left, so stay with us, folk. Don't be leaving us in the lurch just yet. Thank you, Janice. Yes, thank you. Yes, is that on your list then, Penny? Seems to be. She's got a big yes there. So next up, Chris, who have you picked?
I've gone for Balmaconnelly Sons of Conquerors from Resharkin.
Good.
Their lead
good
tip is
picking.
just, I think he's the best lead tip in the country.
Simon.
Yeah, fantastic drummer.
The only problem with Simon is he needs to shave off the beard, and you'll see what I mean once you watch this clip.
Have you seen half the Gertrude drummers?
True enough. True enough. Great clip of the band there. And Simon is a fantastic lead drummer, but also very humble. So if you actually said to him that he was a really good drummer, he would say that Croc out the Hegels or, you know, someone else was better. He's a very humble, down-to-earth guy, but absolutely super, super drummer. And it's a wee band I have a soft spot for. They're really, really good. And to be fair, they have a hard time of it up there in Resharkin. Now,
Yeah, I remember praying
next...
there a couple of times.
Yes, I remember seeing these. That was before they restricted the numbers, which was, I don't know what they have to do. Joan Hunter wants to know, do you still practice in the garden?
Haven't touched the band pole in over a year.
Seriously?
Yep.
I'd have thought you'd have been out practicing all you were worth. Not that you need it. That's not what I'm trying to say. But, you know,
I rarely ever practice.
Do you? Oh.
Yeah, because I work night shift, so I never have time.
Do it during the day, get out there.
Perfectionists don't need to practice. That right, Chris? You can just step out and do it. Or Valerie practices all the time.
Most times.
You've picked your final accordion band here. Who have you picked?
I remember them being on a couple of weeks ago and quite enjoyed them being on. Bruce's Tree Blues.
They have a great drum corps, and it normally I don't like high tension drums, and I don't like pipe band drumming with accordions, but it works for these guys. Definitely works.
You couldn't even remember the name of your own instrument.
I was reading something at the same time, you. China, as a compliment for Lisa, it says the best band clips took in East Girl every week.
Thank you, China. You're not getting played again for a while.
Love it. Love it. So this is Bruce's True Blues. Always have a really good size of band there. And more white socks for Glenn, keeping him happy. Chris, I just saw a conversation there. Johnny McKinstry asked, did you ever try throwing over the bridge in Downshire? At Downshire's Parade and Band Bridge?
By the time that Gertrude are walking down Shares Parade, it's bunged underneath that cut. If I threw it over that cut, I'm killing someone.
They should just stop people standing on it so that you can get a chance at it. Do you think, could you manage it if you tried?
I could give it a good go. It's more the getting the running start.
I was going to say, I mean, whenever you're throwing sticks up, ideally it gets straight up and straight down, so you know, like you're there to catch it. But I mean, the width of a road that would be, you know, you'd have to run beneath to catch it at the same time.
And then, unfortunately, you might end up getting over to the other side. Next thing you know, bang, back ahead.
That's true, because you can't see where it's coming down. Johnny McKinstry, who had asked that question, came back and said, in the late 90s, he broke his leg, so couldn't parade that night. He's hobbling across the bridge when a drum major tries to clear the cut, but nope, doesn't make it, and cracks him on the head, and he ends up with 6 staples. That's what you call bad luck, Johnny. That is definitely bad luck. Now,
don't worry.
Our penultimate tune is a melody band, and let's see who you chose. Chris, who did you choose?
I chose someone Roy doesn't like or just prefers the other band in Kilkeel.
You've chosen Pride of Allen.
I definitely prefer the other bands in Kilkeel. What's that, Lisa?
Good for you, Chris. Good for you.
Sorry, Lisa, you broke up again?
Says I'm stirring the pot.
Oh, no, quite right, yeah. Joan wants to know, did Carson ever manage to throw it over the bridge?
I wouldn't have a clue.
Do you know of anybody who did?
I know Gaza tried, but whenever he threw it over, it just went to the side, so it went off basically out of the way.
Onto the road again.
Robert Dugan out of drum there tried it, threw it up, it landed on top of it, and someone just dropped it down to him.
You see, it's the width more than the height, I think, would be the problem. Joshua says that Chris and Lisa are the best, and of course it's because you're playing the next clip.
People pleasing.
That's why press play. I might not just press play.
Roy, you have to press play. Or I won't come back on.
Get play pressed. wee drum lineup there and a shortened Pirates of the Caribbean. Really
I
good
put in
clip.
the wrong clip.
It doesn't matter. It was a good clip
I
to
think it
have
was a
in.
longer clip. I think I just put it in the wrong time.
Don't worry.
Well,
It was still a good clip of it.
I only went on what the timings went on the spreadsheet.
Yeah, I think it was my fault. Just I hit the wrong button. Just
Don't worry about it. It
Um,
was still
But there's a
a good
theme.
clip.
There's been a theme tonight of pleasing people. So the Muskehounds have been pleased. The Sheridans have been pleased. The Kilkeels have been pleased. The only person that's not going to you got pleased because you got. So the only person Chris is ignored tonight is me, and it's going to be that way because I've seen what the last band is. So I'm the only person who's been ignored tonight. So I'm going in strike.
Oh.
I'll keep it on my list, Roy, don't worry.
why
Few
is the next
people.
band not your favorite Small Blood and Thunder?
Pardon?
Is the next band not your favorite Small Blood and Thunder?
No.
Or is it just mine?
Just yours.
Trying to diffuse the argument boiling here. There's a few ones that have come back and said that Spade from Pride of the Hill cleared the cut at Banbridge years ago, and Richard McDonald's nephew John threw his pole over the bridge and caught it. And also someone else said that they think that Carson has managed to do it. Oh, Jeff Moorhead in the Pride of the Hill, that's maybe the same person, Spade.
Also, apparently, Ron says I'm my dues are double for playing the Prod Boys.
I have literally just seen that. He wants to know, had Prod Boys been played, and wants to know if your Gert dues need to be doubled. They do. No, they don't. They don't, Ron. No, he hasn't played them. Hasn't played them at all. Now,
That was Roy.
oh, Roy. Ron.
No, Roy, put them on.
There's too many names going on here. I'm
The
confused.
thing about it is, Ron, Chris hadn't the Gert picked, but we put them on just to show off Chris's skills. So
Because they were playing on, because the Gert route were on last night. That's the only reason why.
keep
He's
digging,
stirring.
Chris. Keep digging. You've dropped me
Gert
in
route
it.
were on last night. Not my fault.
So
Them picked the Gert route.
Ron,
Ron,
he wasn't going to play the Gert route at all, and it was actually, I suggested to him to be getting a clip on it, showing his skills off. So that's why they got on, not because Chris picked you. He ignored you, just like he ignored me all night. So
Talk about start. So we've come to Roy Kennedy from UYL Cattlewell also cleared the cut. So we've gotten quite a few cleared the cut. So that's a definite challenge for you, Chris, whenever we get back out onto the road. So we're coming to our last band. Who did you pick for last band then, Chris?
I picked my favourite Small Blood and Thunder band.
Might as well please yourself. No one else will.
Well, in my opinion, it's between them and Rathcoole Protestant Boys. Roy, just to let you know.
But Pride of Shore,
Pride of the Shore are my favourite Small Blood and Thunder band.
Super.
I don't know what it is. They're just
something about them. There's something about them. No,
and also this clip was taken about exactly a year ago at the CYC's indoor about this time last year.
Probably one of the last events. Triple Tues now, Ron says. But first of all, Chris, thank you so much for doing the picks. Lisa, thank you for coming on camera. We knew we would get eventually. And Chris, thank you for encouraging.
That means I don't have to do the 100th one.
No, it doesn't. You're still going to be here for the 100th one.
I will agree.
Now you've done it once. There's no excuses left.
I told you should do that, mate.
Thank you both so much for coming on the camera. It's been great to see somebody else winding up Roy instead of just me. It's been fantastic, I have to say. I haven't had to do nothing tonight. He's been wound up enough. Thank you both for choosing the clips. Based on everybody's comments, your clips have gone down really, or your choices have gone down really, really well, Chris. And Scott Spears in 2001. All these names coming through, people who did it. So we'll have to get a night some night of all the drum majors throwing the sticks over the cut. Definitely will. Thank you both for coming on.
Recorded didn't happen.
Thank you both for coming on. To everyone else watching, remember to join us next Friday night when our clips will be picked by Jennifer McAllister from Craigenea Accordion Band, but she will just be like the rest. She will have 4 accordion bands to choose, and then the 10 Blood and Thunder, 5 melody, 2 part, 2 silver, 1 pipe, 1 traditional. So Thank you all for watching, as always. Finishing up here with Chris's final choice, Pride of the Shore. Chris and Lisa, do you want to give everybody a wave?
Cheerio.
In the meantime, until we all see you next week, keep the foots to the myth, boys, because we're coming to the tune.
It was when England's glorious sun in 1688 was overcast with treason's cloud and popery stood elate, that up arose her Protestants, the peasant and the peer, and vowed the chain of perjure James that they would not dainty wear. They sought them out a prudent chief to guide their heart and seal, to lead them on that victory might bless their flashing steel. And who so fit to guide that host in all its bright array as William, Prince of Orange, ere he landed at Torbay? Then up arose the mighty chief and left his native shore, and rode upon the stormy waves our freedom to restore. Upon his flag was blazoned forth, high fluttering o'er the main, that our religion and our laws he ever would maintain. 'Twas then in gallant style he stood upon the vessel's prow, with victory on his flashing sword and wisdom on his brow. And tens of thousands greeted him upon his natal day, when he as Orange chief first landed at Torbay. Come, brethren of the Orange bond, a bond ne'er to be riven. Whene'er we give great William's name, a bumper must be given. For if you'd fire a fou de joie to him who victory won, come prime and load and see you get charge into your gun. The eloquence of bumpers full, there's nothing can surpass. There's naught expresses kindred soul like friendship's social glass. And thus we give our song and toast with 3 times 3 huzzah, the memory of King William and his landing at Torbay. The memory of King William and his landing at Torbay.